It's here, and most people are ready. I am very proud of Flyers this morning. So we are here at Terminal 4 at Sky Harbor. Most people are sailing through the line. Security is ahead of the security checkpoint saying, do you have your real ID? Do you have your passport? And if they do, they go right to that regular line. If they don't, they are separated into a separate line. We've seen that happen a few times so far this morning. So people are walking, just if they don't have that ID they need, they're walking through this other line. They're going to go through a little bit of additional screening, but that's not taking very long either. Right here at the general boarding checkpoint, that's taken about 15 minutes so far. This day for the real ID deadline, 2 decades in the making.
Go back in time, 2005. President George W. Bush signed the Real ID Act, a response to the 9/11 attacks. According to that law, people were supposed to have real IDs in 2008, but there were delays when some states opposed the IDs.
Starting October 2020 of next year, okay? You have to have the gold star on your ID.
Finally, there was a looming deadline in 2020, but then COVID happened, and there was another delay. Now here we are. Flyers officially need a real ID or other federally compliant ID to get through TSA security and into federal buildings.
81% of the travelers that travel by airline in the United States today are already compliant. So they have IDs that already they will be able to use just like they normally always have been.
U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem told lawmakers there is a plan for people who show up at the airport without the proper identification.
They may be diverted to a different line, have an extra step, but people will be allowed to fly.
Because of the change, there could be lines that are longer than usual.
There will be people that really didn't know this was coming. I imagine there will be tens of thousands of cases in the first week, and then thousands, and then hundreds, and slowly this will just be one of those things we manage, just like people who show up to the airport every day with no ID because they lost it on vacation.
Dan Green from Fay Travel Insurance says if you miss your flight because you don't have the real ID, don't count on travel insurance to take care of your claim.
It's still going to be hard to argue that it wasn't somehow in your hands or your fault or you couldn't have known. I mean, firstly, 20 years in the making and a lot of advertising, a lot of news in the last couple of months in the lead up to it.
I just checked in with TSA. They say there are really no real problems to report here or around the country. They say for the most part, people are complying. There are a lot of people showing up with passports if they don't have that real ID. And they say for the most part, things are smooth sailing. Again, if you get here and you don't have that real ID or other federally compliant ID, you're going to be put into a separate line. You're going to have some additional screening. We've seen in other airports across the country, people are getting some slips of paper, bright red slips of paper saying the next time you fly, you may face delays. So that is what we're seeing here at the airport. For the most part, smooth sailing, guys.
Okay, all right, that's good to hear. Yeah, sure is. Susan, thank you. Coming up.